Hello, Internet. I was sitting on Twitch here, and it's a streaming platform, and it's very Americanized, I would say. A big part of it is Americans. Like, a lot of the viewers might be from other places, but I would say that a big portions are Americans. At least used to be. I don't have statistics. But there have been a lot of stuff like online brainwashing on opinion control. It's almost like the new meta in social situations, brought to us by the internet. And that's what I'm gonna talk about. So, this has been a thing that I was introduced to online when I came to the Twitch community. So it's they are streaming, and they have a chat. So they are. It's almost like your own radio show, but with video feed as well, and you can communicate with the host. So the host is a person that is having a conversation with who knows how many people at the same time. Some people have several thousands of views and people saying stuff in chat. So having that kind of seat makes a lot of people listen to you. And if you sit and speak your mind, there might be pretty big chance that there are people watching who won't agree with whatever you're saying. They might have another standpoint. They might argument against what you are saying. So I'm a person that likes to have discussions and even debate things at times. And when I've watched streamers, they like you as long as you enforce and support whatever they're saying. But as soon as you say something that they don't agree with, then they if they have liked you from the social support of agreeing with their said opinion before, then they want you to keep agreeing with other things they're saying too. So it's almost like a brainwashing. So when you're on the same side, everything is good. And then they say start talking about an entirely new subject, and it's almost like you have to be on their side now too, which is not, because it's an entirely new subject. It's not the same subject. It's not like I am forced to agree with every opinion you have just because we agreed upon one opinion. So and this is where the cult feeling of the Twitch communities starts to form. And I think this phenomenon has been affecting the youth and even workforces now. So it's like the leadership style of doing something systematically and by using logic, and which is flawed in its way, because it's very trust-based, and while cult leadership is a lot about manipulation and lying and stuff, so not getting caught and just getting your way. So these are the systematical work gets destroyed by the cult following. If the cult is bigger, and yeah, well, they can start doing damage at a low percentage, basically, because they don't do trust, basically. Anyways, we're gonna get to the big issue with the cult forming in the later sections. So I've started to see similar things in workforce and schools, where people don't speak their minds anymore. When I was young, people spoke their mind constantly and didn't care if people agreed or disagreed, because you had your standpoint. And that is bad, because in Sweden we the freedom of speech is one of our rights. We have only 4 rights, and the freedom of speech is one of them. So this brainwashing that comes from America mostly through the internet is undermining one of our like ground rights. But I don't think it's only America. There's plenty of places in the world where you cannot speak your mind without consequences. Like you can get actually put in court and stuff, which you can get in trouble in Sweden as well. You can lose your job, you can get suspended from school, and we also have laws that can find you, and I don't know if you can get jail time, but yeah, we have been influenced where you can't really speak your mind anymore to the same degree as you used to be able. There was a higher threshold for offensiveness, and now people are trying to win on being offended and outraged and mobbing. They want a mob, like, oh, I'm upset, and the mob needs to follow. Kind of bullshit. So what happens is that the streamer teaches the viewers the whole attitude. So it depends on what following you have and what type of follower you are. So let's say you view a specific type of streamer, you will get influenced by the behavior, almost like they're your friend. So for me, example, when I grew up with friends I had in my youth, you kind of get the same humor, and in certain situations you might have like almost the same type of reaction, because you kind of get the same mindset to certain things. And the thing is though that you have thousands of people on the streamer, and the streamer has chat to deal with, so it becomes one way for the viewer when it comes to speech, but the text gets bombarded on the streamer. So what the streamer does is that they block things they don't like. So they can block you. So there's a punishment. From their point of view, because of the bombardment, they are protecting their sanity, kind of thing. But it's very my situation oriented, which is something that you should have focus on. But when you have that while you're trying to preach to the choir, that's when it becomes a little bit weird, because it's like, I can speak but you can't. So what happens is that they speak their mind, and you might give critique or disagree entirely and speak your mind back, and they might not like that you do that. So they might even, I've even heard them say things like, you say the things that you think, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to have it in my surrounding. I don't like how you affect my community with that vibe. So they're trying to take like a higher stance than you, that somehow their niceness and their funniness is superior to whatever you're saying. So what you're saying might be upsetting. And when it comes to the degree of entertainment, that it's somewhat, then it can be somewhat correct depending on what viewers they have. But that's the thing. It becomes almost like a show, you know. So it's not real, and the vibe is what they want to create, and you're not on board with the community. So if you don't behave, you're going to be blocked. So there's a consequence to your behavior. So you can say you're sorry. So you get like a please forgive me option. So then they are in the power seat here. So now you have to write please forgive me letter and hope that they unblock you so you can get back into the chat. Now the actions of blocking is an understandable feeling, and I think everybody can be put in a situation when you really don't want to have contact with a certain person. There are people who are really nasty and disgusting, and you don't want to spend 1 second with them in reality. So you can't you can't criticize it too hard, but the problem comes when you have opinions and you're outspoken and you can't take it back. So it's understandable but hypocritical. Because the reason why is because you can't win an argument by blocking the opposition. You're not right of the other person when you block them. You simply block them off. You're not affected by what they say anymore. So that doesn't make you right. You're just blocking them. So it's more of a power control method that can be used if you have power over the situation. And it does not matter who is right. It only matters who is in the power seat. This might feel good when you get what you want, but what if you're wrong? And you're blocking someone stating something true. Without critique, you won't get your statements or arguments challenged, which also means that you and everyone that follows you will run in the wrong direction. Lying to yourself and your surrounding does not make things better. If you are in a situation where you get social consequences for speaking your mind, and I'm not talking about people agreeing with you or not, I'm talking about people trying to make you stop talking, then you need to think about how important is this cult for your survival. And is it worth defending? So, that's what I had on my mind today about brainwashing and opinion control, which is spreading like wildfire. And I don't like it. I don't like it.